Hi, welcome back to the Plus Ones podcast. Do you have Kirsten on here? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Hey, I'm Kirsten, and I love to spread sunshine, and I'm all about breaking through limiting beliefs and empowering you to, quiet that self-doubt and really live an authentic life that's full of purpose and that is super authentic and genuine.
Yeah. That's awesome. I feel like today we're going to be talking about perfection and that. I feel like that's going to be our main, getting rid of perfection, that fear of being perfect.
Yeah.
And growing without the limitations. I feel like perfection, that word, helps us not grow. Like when you try to be perfect, it helps you not grow. And it's like, okay, I'm going to be perfect today. Okay, and you're not going to grow because you're just going to be trying to achieve something that's not achievable.
Right.
In that aspect. So, yeah, I think today's conversation is going to be really fun.
Yeah, I love this topic. Overcoming perfection is near and dear to my heart. Mm-hmm. It's something I still can struggle with here and there, but it's such a huge piece of who I was and versus who I am today. And like you said, when you're reaching for perfection, it's actually holding you back and not letting you go where you want to be going, because in order for things to be perfect, you feel like you can't do something yet until it's perfect, and that's just not the case. So
right, because then you're never going to become perfect. And right, I never achieved what I wanted to achieve.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. There's so many ways that's held me back in the past as well, and so, as a kid in fourth grade, I remember crying because I got an A- instead of an A+. I had a row of A+, and I had one A-. And I remember at the parent teacher conference, I broke down in tears because I had the A-. Yeah. And oh my gosh, if I could just go hug myself, today. Okay. Yeah. And I remember my parents even being like, it's okay. I don't understand. Yeah. And then same thing happened in high school. I got a B. And I remember being really upset because, and it didn't seem fair. I was really, but I take it now, like I said, I was upset, but I take it now as goodness, those experiences, it was okay. Nobody cared. No. Nobody cared except for me that I got an A- or a B. Yeah. And it's the opportunity cost as well of what are you missing out on because you're focused on this, what else, what are all the things that you're not living here?
Yeah.
Because
you're focused on something else. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, when you focus on perfection, I'm going to be perfect, all this stuff, like I said, then you're going to be drawn away from what your actual goal is. Your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to help other people or to, do those things for business stuff. Okay, your goal is to make this much money, or your goal is to give this much money away. And you're like, oh, well, I was striving to be perfect and I never achieved any of my other goals. So in fact, you have to let go of that. And in fact, the Bible talks a lot about you were talking about grace and all that. God gives us grace. We mess up so many times a day. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. And he's like, okay, I still forgave you. I literally sent my son to die on the cross for you. I forgave everything that you could possibly ever do. He just gives us all this grace. And I think we need to give ourselves grace sometimes. Be like, I'm proud of how far we've come. And I'm just going to step back and be okay, I'm proud of that. Let's keep going. And we're going to mess up, and that's okay. Let's just keep going. And I think that's something I've learned with my podcast and all that stuff. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect. But it is a stepping stone, and it is part of the story.
For sure. 100% part of the story. And like you said, a stepping stone. I think as we take imperfect action and as we continue to progress, those are our stepping stones, and we'll only learn by doing. There's so many things that you only learn because you took action. Yeah. Whereas if you are scared because you want it to be, for fear of judgment, for fear of all the things, for fear itself, you don't take action because you want to attain perfection or you want things to be perfect before you start. You end up never starting or you end up never doing. And so, yeah, I love that. You learn as you go, and then those things you take and you implement, and it just becomes so much better. And like you said, it's part of the story. You learn, and yeah, so much better that way.
Yeah. And we were talking before about being authentic, and people want to see you. They don't want to see your perfect self. They want to see you. And when you strive to be perfect, then you start to lose who you truly are and your core values, because I'm far from perfect. Like, I'm a crazy person. Like, I'm like, so excited, like, to be everywhere. Like, I have a lot of joy. And I feel like sometimes people are like, oh, calm down. Or like, why are you so happy? And like, I'm like, I'm not going to change who I am to fit into like your little perfect box, because this is how God created me. And I'm like, I love being, I'm spunky. I'm like super excited to see people. And sometimes people are not like always like happy about that.
Yeah.
Like I've had people like, why are you so calm during situations? Like, why are you so like forgiving about this stuff? I'm like, because yeah, it hurts. And yeah, like sometimes situations like, okay, that hurt. But there's nothing that you can say that's gonna like truly like hurt me, because like I let your words come in and I get to choose how I like let those affect me. And I'm like, so nothing like you can yell at me and all that, okay? I'm like, okay, that's a reflection of how you feel. It's nothing about me, it's about you.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna be praying for you, I'm like all this stuff, and they're like, I don't like that part of your personality. I'm like, that's okay, you don't have to.
Exactly.
And like if I strive to be perfect for those people, like you're gonna have to then be perfect for each different person, because each person's gonna like you in a different way. But oh well, they don't like this about me, so I'm gonna have to change this. But that person liked that about you. It's like, so there's never gonna be able to be perfect, because everybody like sees you as a different way.
Yeah, I think you touched on so many different topics right there. So you had like, we're created and designed a certain way, right? And we're human. Like we are designed to make mistakes and learn from them and grow. And then also you were talking about, what was the last thing you just said?
Like each people are gonna like you differently. Like,
yes. Okay. So I tell my girls this. So do you like cherry pie? You do like cherry pie?
Yeah. I think I only had like once or twice.
Do you like, what's like a pie that you don't really love?
Apple pie. I don't like
apple pie. Okay. So you don't like apple pie, but you love cherry pie. Or you like cherry pie. What's your favorite pie?
Probably pumpkin pie. It's just like
pumpkin pie. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I actually don't like pumpkin pie very much. So that's perfect because, and I actually really like apple pie.
That's hilarious.
Okay. So this is actually great because one, our differences are what make us so unique and what make us so interesting. Like if everyone was the same as us, like the world would be so boring.
Yeah.
And the fact that I take that and like, we're like pies, like we're all, I mean, hold on though. Like you can like systemize pies and make them a certain way. And there's, there's different ones, but there's so many different recipes and everything like that. So I just say like, it's like that with us. Like if somebody doesn't like cherry pie, does that mean it's cherry pie's fault? Or if somebody doesn't like apple pie, does that mean it's apple pie's fault? Or does that mean they did anything wrong? Or does that mean that they need to be a different way or made a different way? Because that person might not like apple pie, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And so we have to remember that for ourselves. Not everyone's going to like us, and that's totally okay.
Yeah.
And same for other people. Like we all have things that we gravitate to. That is what you were saying, like part of your personality of being, I've been told I'm too much or too loud or too any of the things, right?
Yeah.
And we're created and designed a certain way to provide a certain message or to I feel like we all have a certain purpose in this world and we're figuring out what that is, or the more we use our voice, the more we figure it out. But going back to the different pie scenarios, like just because someone doesn't like us doesn't mean it's anything to do with us. Like you said, it has to do with them and what they prefer and what they like and what they're comfortable with and what their mental programming is and what they're raised with. And it's like, it says so much more about who they are, what they like or don't like. And I feel like that goes into people pleasing as a little bit as well, of like wanting to make sure everyone's happy, but it's really not realistic because in a sense, if everyone likes you, then you're that like perfect person, but it doesn't exist. What even is perfect?
Right. Yeah. I feel like I definitely have people who I'm like, oh, they don't like me. I need to change this. I need to fix this. I'm like, wait, no, I don't. But that's okay that they don't like me because I like me.
Yes.
God likes me. And so we're all good.
That's what matters.
And I'm like, as long as at the end of the day, I know God loves me. And I'm like, do I love me? Like when I look at the mirror, I'm like, do I like that person? Is that person who I've always dreamed of being and all that stuff? There's gonna be like rough patches. And it's like, oh, well, we messed up there. That's okay. Like you're still becoming the person I've always dreamed of. And actually I made my friend a video last night. And I was just talking to her about like what we were doing here in like Idaho. And she's like, I'm so proud of you of all this stuff. I'm like, I think I'm finally like finding the life that I've always dreamed of having. And like, I'm messing up. Like, that's fine. I mess up all the time. But like, I'm learning a lot. I was like, I'm doing my podcast and I'm writing my book, and my book's going to be out before FHL. And like, I'm going to be able to share that with people. And I was like, and I'm just seeing God put these pieces together. And I'm like, so I'm finding my purpose. And some people are liking it. People like, I've gotten messages lately. And they're like, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing this because this helped me grow closer to God, or all this stuff. And yeah, some people are like, you're embarrassing yourself. Like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, because I like it.
Have you actually gotten those messages?
I've had people like tell me that. They're like, don't do this. They're like, that's embarrassing for a 14-year-old to have a podcast. Don't do that. And I was like, okay.
Well, that is shocking to me. Like, yeah, that's so funny.
Well, and the funny part is that the same person that told me that, when they started to see that my podcast was getting views, they were like, hey, can I bring your podcast? And I was like,
interesting.
Wait, you want the people to see you. And I was like, I see what you're doing here, but no, I don't think you're a fit for my podcast. I don't think you're exactly my key person.
Right. Interesting. That's so interesting. And good for you. You like set a boundary because you're like, well, I'm confused, you know?
Yeah. Well, what are you trying to get from me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I think it's really awesome. You being young and starting this now, I think it's amazing. And like we talked about, taking imperfect action towards what you want to be, toward your future self.
Yeah.
And having that in mind as you go along. The fact that you can give yourself so much grace, because I feel like in my teen years in high school, I would show up to high school and like, I felt like I just felt never good enough, you know? I always could have had better clothes or better this, and no matter how I was perceived by other people, to myself inside, I was like, man, like, I don't know. I feel like there's this inner critic.
Yeah.
An inner judge who's always like, you could be doing this better. You could be doing that better, which helps us grow and evolve.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, we also have to be like,
it's not your time to speak. You calm down for a second. Let me do this.
Exactly. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're our biggest judges, and so we have to be very careful with how like we treat ourselves, because we should be proud of all the achievements we've ever like we should be proud of those things. And like, yes, I wouldn't be here without God. Like, I'm so grateful for all that He's done for me. But I'm like, I didn't do any of it by myself. Because I feel like I thank God a lot. I'm like, thank you, because I wouldn't be sitting here right now if it wasn't for all the things that He had put in place. And it's like I had to like listen to Him. I had to trust Him. In fact, trusting God's plan is something like really big for me, because there were so many moments that didn't make sense. And I was like, this could possibly like not be your plan because it's not perfect and it's not good. And He's like, yeah, because it's not finished. And that goes in with your definition that you had. Because like, if it's not, I think a lot of time I'm like, okay, God, it's not good yet, so it's not finished.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm like, just because, like, and then in that perfect mindset, we're like, well, I'm not good enough because I'm not finished. And like, at the end of the day, it's like, you're completed. Like, your task here on earth is done. And I think so. I just every day I'm like, okay, this thing, maybe like there's something that I'm like, okay, it's not perfect yet. I'm like, it's not meant to be because it's not completed yet. And when it is, then it will be perfect for God's will. Maybe God's will is not always our will, for sure. Like, there's difference there. And it's like, so His will is perfect, my will is not. And so my plan will never be perfect. But if I trust His, then it will be.
There's been so many instances in my life, like you touched a lot on just their confidence and faith. And you had another thing that you said about faith, about the moment we start doubting.
Yeah, the moment you start to have fear is the moment you stop having faith.
Yeah. So it's like quieting that doubt, and really leaning into the faith that it will work out. There's another quote that I really love, and it's everything is figure outable. And I think that helps to encourage progress, because it's figure outable. And it's not the end of the world because something didn't go how you thought, or it didn't go to plan on what you thought your plan was. And there's been so many instances in my life. That's what I was going to say, was that like, I expected it to go one way or do something, and then a ball came flying in out of left field and hit me right in the face. And so instead of me focusing over here, my focus totally changed direction. And it was, looking back, you can only see it in hindsight. Like looking back, that was the best thing that could have happened.
Right. There's gonna be things that happen to us and it's like, oh my gosh, it's not what I wanted. God's like, it's okay because it's what you needed.
Yep.
And that is something I tell myself a lot. It's like, just because it's not what I want, it's probably because it's what I need. And
yes.
I didn't want that. And I like have a lot of conversations with God and I'm like, this is not what I asked for.
Yep.
It's like, nope, but it's what you needed. And I'm like, dang it.
Yes.
You have to be like, he's like, it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Just trust me. And I'm like, okay, you take the wheel on this.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Russell yesterday and I was like, the moment that I like gave God everything, I just watched doors start to open. And I was like, God, take everything from me that isn't in your plan. And I was like, if it's something that's going to distract me from you, then take it. Like, I don't want it because you're my ultimate goal. So take everything else. And I just watched as like a bunch of different things started happening. And like we started coming to all these events and Russell emailed me so I could be on, like, he could be on my podcast. And I was like, all these things that I had like asked God for, but I was so distracted by all these other little things that didn't even matter. And I was like, fine, then take them. And like, I just gave them fully to him. And he was like, hey, thank you. Like, I'm gonna not like reward you, but I'm gonna give you my plan now because you
it's
stopped
like
on
unveiling a little bit more and a little bit more as you take the action. It's like more comes open.
Yeah,
like the path is like being laid down as you go.
He was like, thank you, because now it's time for you to trust me.
Yes.
And so I feel like you're definitely doing that, especially like with starting like all your business stuff. I'm like really excited for you.
I'm so excited
because I'm like, you are like doing your journey and like doing what God has called you to do, and I'm super excited for that.
It is not easy. Like even just like I said, there's been so many things that have been like, this is not what I was planning. This is not what I expected. This is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then, but even from things last year, I'm like, I was so mad about certain things. But then looking back, I'm like, that's a perfect thing. Like, look how it worked out. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so, just trusting in that. Actually, I'll tell a quick story.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this last weekend, we went to the Discovery Center in Boise. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. You're good.
And while we were there, they had this machine where you put this paper on and you stick it with magnets, and it had this mechanical arm that like goes back and forth, and you stick a pen in the arm. And then the plate that the paper is on is rotate. You can rotate it. So you take it and you start its motion and it will continue the motion. So it draws on the paper a certain pattern. Yeah. And have you seen those where it's like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't know what the word is for it right now, but it's like this machine thingy, mechanical device that like makes really cool art. Yeah. What was really interesting is my daughter, she wanted to control it and she wasn't letting go. And she wanted to like make it go her way. Yeah. And I was like, Brooke, you have to let go. You have to let go. Like in order for it to create what you're wanting, like start it and let go. And it was really hard for her to let go, but she did. And same thing when I made mine, I was like, okay, like you start it. And when you let go, it orchestrates like the perfect lines and everything that I never could have mimicked on my own. My hand can't draw like that,
right?
And so I have a photo of the drawing actually, but it was just really neat to just have that lesson, even in something like that, where it's like, when you let go, something beautiful happens. So I love that you're
that was such a good way to put that.
Yeah. It was like,
when you just let like God take it. I'm not going to do this on my own.
Yeah.
Your turn. Like you just let go of things. The picture will start to
you start it, you stay in motion and it creates a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. Like, I
think that's exactly what all of us are. We're all like a piece of art. We're all just like God's art, and we all have different lives. I think that's really cool because we all have different stories. And so we all bring different things to the plate and like on the table. And it's just kind of unique. We're all unique. I was talking to someone about that today. I'm like, we're each unique in our own way. Yeah. And that's so cool. Because we weren't all meant to be the same. If we were all the same, like, that would be boring. So boring. Like, we're all unique. And back to, like, people are going to judge you either way. So be exactly who you want to be and who God created you to be. Because that's who we're supposed to be.
I agree. Okay. So I don't know that I have officially defined the Latin term of perfect yet. So I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So perfect comes from the Latin perfectus, meaning completed or fully done. So it's not about being flawless or without imperfections. It's literally just about finishing what we set out to do, which is progression and,
like growth.
And through imperfect action. There's another actual email I got today about taking imperfect action. And it's like, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Like, just take imperfect action and it will come as you are going.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I love that. And I have another note in here for myself that perfection's not worth the pain. And that's something I've felt in my life. It's like, why did I do that to myself? Why, for what reason? And I think just progress matters so much more and you learn so much more. So you don't have to be perfect to move forward, like we were talking about before. Yeah. So the word perfect went through this whole journey from medieval times to now of it being just this completed, executed, done thing to now what's like we perceive as an unattainable
like
goal or like this before it was just focused on being complete, and in the modern interpretation is like an obsession with flawlessness, which is unrealistic.
It's really like literally unrealistic. Like, it's unachievable. It's not gonna happen.
And it brings me back to the question. It's funny because as someone who has wanted things perfect or a certain way, like, but what even is perfect? What does that mean? I feel like it's so relative to who you are, how you've been raised, and all the different things. Dare I say, perfect doesn't exist? Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like God's perfect.
Yeah.
And so I don't need to be perfect because the creator of the world created me and he didn't create me to be perfect, because if I was perfect, then I wouldn't need him. And I was like, but I need him. So I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I'm like happy I'm not perfect, and like I make mistakes. I mean, that's okay. And I'm not like wonderful at everything I do. And I'm really happy about that. Because if I was wonderful at everything I did, then I wouldn't need other people. And like, so I need other people to help me on things because I don't know how to do things. Like, bring it back to like ClickFunnels stuff. I have no idea how to make a funnel. And I'm like, so Carson, I need your help. And there's something I can do. Like, I can like talk to all the people. I'm like, Carson, I cannot build a funnel. I'm like, so I can help and he can help me. And like, people will help you if you are true to the fact that you can't do everything. And I think when I show people like I can't do everything, but I need your help, they're like, okay, of course I'll help you, because they realize that too, and they notice that about themselves. I think that's just like a cool aspect of it.
No, I love that. So I think I'll like rephrase what I said is that perfect doesn't exist for us, right? Yeah. And then also the fact on connection is so vital.
Absolutely.
To like who we are, to our happiness, to so many things. So I love that you actually brought not being good at everything into this as well, like that, because connection is like one of the main needs. I think
we need that in life.
Exactly.
I think I've learned that a lot lately, is like meeting other people with like the business stuff. Like, you guys, like, they help me, I help them. Like, we just it's a family. I was talking to Russell about that yesterday. I'm like, it's a family. Like, the people that you like meet and you like learn all this stuff. And like Ashley Latimer, like now she's like,
she's so cool,
my best friend. And I'm like, these people that you like meet, and you just become so close to them because they genuinely care. Like, find the people that genuinely care. A lot of people are not. Like, I think there's a lot of people in the world right now that don't care, and that's okay. They care for something, but they're not all going to care for you. So like, finding the people that genuinely care and letting like everybody see that you're imperfect. Because there was something that Garrett White, I don't remember what his wife's name is, but Danielle, yeah. And she was like, if you show them like all of your flaws and anything like that, they won't be able to like show anybody that. Like, how did I say that? But, like, when you show that you're imperfect, then they can't point out that you're imperfect because you already showed it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm imperfect.
When you're real about it.
Yeah.
I like that.
They can't pull that out, and they can't, like, accuse you of being, like, imperfect. You're like, I already told you that.
You're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. And so that also protects you from being hurt by people.
That's
because
true.
You're like, I already know exactly who I am, and I know that all of my flaws are okay. And so I'm not going to let what someone else's opinion is on my flaws, like, change who I am.
Yes, I like that. And, like, also, it encourages confidence because it's okay to own, like you were saying. You own it.
Yeah.
You share it. Like, you're sure of yourself, and you're true to yourself, and you're genuine and you're authentic, and, like, sharing the things that you're not good at, like, brings in so many good things. Like, like you were talking about, connection.
Like, when you walked in, we met you at, like, the Mastermind Paradise, Mexico. And I just knew when you walked in, I was like, she knows who she is. And, like, she's confident in who she is. And I could just tell that by, like, the way you walked in. It's like you held your head high and you, like, knew who you were. And, like, no matter what anybody else could ever say to you, like, I could just see it that you still would, at the end of the day, love who you are. And so I think that's really cool. And, like, I try to be like that. And I see it in you. I'm like, she just knows who she is, and she takes all of her imperfections and flaws and loves them. And like, this is who makes me who I am. And so, like, I want to be more like her in that aspect. It's so cool that you have that and you do that.
That is so sweet of you. Holy moly. Thank you. You're so kind. I think that's one of the things I've had to really take to heart is some people talk about making your, like, rough patches smooth, or filling in your scars, or making it so your scars aren't seen. But really, like you just said, I really think that's makes us who we are.
Yeah.
And I think they're actually really important. And I think your story deserves to be heard, and that everybody has such value to offer just by being who they are.
Yeah.
And so I love that. So thank you. Anyway, that's very nice of you.
Yeah. Is there any, like, note part that you were going to pull out? I have a story I kind of wanted to tell.
Oh, go ahead.
With that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this is, like, a funky story to add in here. But I was at the beach, and I was with some of my friends. Like, it was, like, our family friends. We were all there. And we were, like, diving into the water. And it was because there was, like, a, like, sandbar area, so, like, it got really deep. And I didn't think about, like, the tide change part. And so when I dove, I, like, hit my head. And thankfully, it was, like, the sand, and, like, it was okay. But I had, like, a big scratch on my head. And it was, like, okay, I was like, it's fine, I'm okay. Like, I came up, there was, like, my head was bleeding, but I was like, I'm okay. And I remember I, like, got out of the water. We were like, oh, she's okay. She's, like, not broken anything, and she's okay. And I went back, and I was sitting in, like, the room, like, quietly, like, in the living room. It was, like, dark and all that stuff. Everybody else was outside. And the dad of, like, the other family came in. He's, like, a doctor, and he was like, Rose, can I talk to you for a second? And he was like, you were an inch. Like, you could have been, like, an inch from either breaking your neck and being paralyzed for the rest of your life or dying. Because that could have been rocks down there. Thankfully, it wasn't. It was, like, sand.
Oh, my gosh.
And, like, if I would have, like, the pressure is still, like, it's, like, my whole body weight going down. So I could have, like, if I would have hit it just, like, different, I could, like, broke my neck and paralyzed or that stuff. And I'll see if I can find a picture. I had, like, a big scratch on my head. It was, like, awful. And they were, like, asking, like, what if it's, like, stays there and there's a scar on your head? Like, they were like, what? You don't want that to, like, be on your head forever? And I was like, okay, let me see if there's, like, here's the day after it happened.
Oh, you found that really fast. Oh my gosh, that is a gnarly scar,
and
for sure.
They were like, so what if it, like, stays there, there's a scar on your head? And I was like, then I'm going to have a good story to tell about how God saved my life.
Yes.
And I was like, so all those scars that you have, it's just another story.
Right.
It's just a way to tell other people about God, to tell other people about, like, your story and how just, like, keep going through life. And I'm like, it's okay.
Yep.
That's an imperfection, but it's my imperfection. And it's the one that God gave me so I could share more about him. So that's just, like, a story to, like, add into that part.
Yeah, I love that. I love that a lot. I think our scars make us who we are. And we have to learn to be grateful for each and every one of them. And you were talking about looking yourself in the mirror and like loving who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I think we touched on gratitude as well.
Yeah.
Those two things are huge. Like the fact that you do that is so cool.
Thank you.
Love that.
Yeah, I feel like being grateful for like every situation.
Yes.
I just want to touch on that as like being grateful for every little thing.
Yeah.
So like having my podcast like with Russell yesterday, I was like so grateful, and I made sure I tagged him and like sent him a message, and I was like, I can't express like the gratitude, and like I thank God a lot for like, all the things that He's ever done in my life. Because like there's a song that's called "Counting My Blessings," and it's like I could never thank Him enough for all the things that He's done in my life, and then that's special because there's people like in our lives and like, oh, I thank them all the time. I'm like, no, God deserves like all the thanks for everything. I think that's so special because no matter like what we do, He still keeps blessing us and still keeps helping us. And so I was like actually writing my book today, and I was writing in it about being grateful, being thankful, and like thanking God for like hard times and that kind of stuff. Because when you go through hard times, you grow. I think that's something that we should definitely touch on is like growing through the struggles. And if you wouldn't have cried in 4th grade about getting an A-, then you wouldn't have that story to tell now.
Yeah.
And like you wouldn't have grown through that. So like that's so cool that you have that you can teach other people not to have to like go through that.
Yes. I've heard also there's beauty in the darkness. And I really like that phrase. And I also really like, even though it's, man, some of the bad times are really, really hard.
Yeah.
And they are not fun to go through. But we wouldn't know what was good if we didn't have the bad or what we perceive as, bad time. Yeah. So I think they're just so important.
Yeah.
And yeah, that actually goes into part of it is like making sure we have the right mindset on things, writing down what we're grateful for. And actually I do that every day. So I write down in my journal, first thing in the morning, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. And then at the end of the day, I go through and like recount my day and write down the things that were great that day.
That is really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I have seen a difference in when I do it versus when I don't do it. I think it's like the default for our minds to focus on the negative sometimes. Yes. But I mean, this is getting into a whole different topic, but
okay.
Focusing on the positive is, I think that's actually another way to combat perfection because I realized that when I was trying to be perfect or when I was trying to get perfect grades or when I tried to have the perfect clothes or look a certain way, when I was doing that, I was focusing on my weaknesses and trying to just improve those. But my dad, just like in my 20s was like, Kirsten, focus on your strengths.
Yeah.
Like know your strengths, focus on those and make them even stronger. And so I think when we take our energy and focus on our strengths, we're able to shine in ways that are really true to who we are.
Yeah.
Rather than like just trying to improve our weaknesses when that's maybe somebody that we're not really meant to be.
Yeah.
Or not meant to be good at.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're going to pull this into like, I am really bad at like baseball and like softball and all those things. Like I cannot like have hand-eye coordination. Like volleyball, my friends are all so good at it. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And for a while that was a part that I was like, why can't I do this? And I was really worried because I was like, well, all my friends are playing like volleyball and I don't know how to play volleyball because my brain like does not work and process like that. And it was like this like worry and fear. And I wish I could tell like it was like last year stuff, like it's gonna be okay. You don't need to be perfect at volleyball for people that like you. And like I'm a swimmer because I cannot do any of those other sports that like do not make sense to me. And if I just working on your skills that are like your talents and like your callings, it's like God's gonna give you a vision. Why would you work on something that's totally out of like the not plan? Like you're like, oh, I want to work on. So say I'm like want to be a speaker. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go work on being a hockey player. But that has nothing to do with it. It's like this is what God's calling you to do, but you're really bad at this, so you're gonna go work on this. I'm like, no, focus on what you're good at, and maybe you're not meant to be perfect at everything. Maybe you're not meant to be good at that one thing, because someone else is gonna be good at it, and they're gonna come into your life and help you. It's like, don't try to perfect something. It's like how I think about it. If I'm really bad at graphic designing, maybe I'm going to find somebody that's a graphic designer and they're going to change my whole life.
Yeah.
They make my best friend, like all this stuff. And you don't have to be perfect at everything. I think that's definitely what this episode's about. Is like, just take a deep breath. And
yes,
like, it's going to work out. Maybe not the way you planned it, but that's okay. Our plans change a lot.
A lot.
If I could like see my last year self, like, I beg, you have no idea what you're in for.
I have another note here on just giving yourself grace, because you just said take a deep breath and know that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Which is so true. Like, the world doesn't, like, when we make a mistake, the world doesn't stop. The world keeps going. And what's important is that you pick up and you continue forward.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, just side note, like, breathing exercises are one of my favorite things, because they can immediately calm our nervous system down.
Yes.
And like box breathing. Have you ever done box breathing?
No.
So it's like you breathe. So you take your hand and you put it in like a fist, and you can breathe in for, we'll do like 4. So you breathe in for 4, and then you hold it for 4, and then you go out for 4, and then you hold it for 4.
Oh, that's smart.
Okay. And so then you do this action with your hand in a box, in a square, and you can pick whatever numbers you want.
Yeah.
But that's like one easy one to go to, especially
your
like
brain,
with my kids.
Even like changes when your brain's not focused on what's going wrong. It's
right.
focused on, I need to count, I need to move, I need to...
Yes. Yeah. And you do that, and you do long, like the deep breaths. You do deep breathing. That's and for even like 12-second ones, I really like, because if you do that like 3 times in a row, then you put your body in a totally different physical state, which affects your mental state in a better way.
Yeah. So. I think mental health is definitely, I'm so glad like a lot of people are like seeing it more and like taking care of their mental health, because like that's important. So like, I'm so glad like my friends at school, they have mental health days now. And so they have like their sick days, and then they also have mental health days.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. And so in like my friends in high school, and so they can take some mental health days if they're not feeling like super confident like what they're doing that day, or like, okay, I need to work on, like if they're super stressed about studying or something like that, or they're just having a really bad day, they're allowed to take off, and they have a certain amount per semester.
That's really cool.
And I'm like, that's super important, because
I like that a lot.
Taking care of yourself, like not just your body, like your mental is your body. Your mental.
Yes, it is. We are interconnected. Every single part of our body. Actually, that brings up 2 things for me. Perfection leads to burnout, and that we are so like, it's part of us. Like our mind is. I actually had an eye doctor appointment recently. I went to the optometrist, and she pointed out an imperfection on my eye. They took like this picture of my eye. Yeah. And I was asking her like, what causes that? What's that from? And anyway, it can be caused from a range of things, but it's about taking care of yourself, right? Because even though it seems like it would be completely unrelated to my eyesight, like, I don't know what this thing is yet. I actually have a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, I gotta figure this out.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. But I never would have attributed the list of things that she said to eyesight. But I'm like, yeah, I guess we're all interconnected. Yeah. If you're taking care of your brain, it affects your physical body as well. I mean, like I could talk about anxiety attacks or panic attacks and things like that too, if that's not for this podcast. Right,
another time.
Another time. Yeah. But when we can change our state of our physical bodies, it also helps our mental state.
Yeah, because like I love working out, and it's like this morning I worked out, and like yesterday morning I worked out, and it was really big about yesterday morning because the whole time I was working out I was thinking about my podcast stuff, and so I would like stop. I was like running on the treadmill a lot, and then I doing like little circuit things. But if I had like a second between it, I would like write down a thought I had.
Oh, nice!
And it was like because my brain like thinks differently because I'm just like free, and it's just, I'm not focused on any of the other things. I'm focused on me. Like, oh my gosh, I thought about that. Oh, this and this. So I had like a whole list of questions that I hadn't, like if I would have just stayed in bed and slept in the morning, I wouldn't have thought about all those questions. And they were really good questions because I allowed myself to take care of myself. And I was like, we're going to just do this. Like this morning, I did not want to go to the gym. I was like, absolutely not. We had like a later night last night, like working. And I was like, I'm not going to get up this morning. And I was like, just get out of bed because you know how much happier you're going to be once you take care of yourself.
That's so true.
And I was like, just get out of bed. And I was like not happy. And like I was in the gym and it was like by myself and it was like dark and I was like, oh, I don't want to be here. But I was just like, it's okay. We'll stretch. It'll be okay. Like, you got up, and that's a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think when you fall down, getting back up, especially, getting up is just
half the battle.
Important. Yeah. It's like, just get up.
Yeah.
Just like when people fall down, it makes me so sad when like they have a really good idea and then they try to go and they fall down and then they stay down. Like, what? You have a really good idea. And they're like, I know, but it failed. And I'm like, yeah. So get back up. And this is something I want to touch on. When I was like lately, it's been like having the book and all that stuff. It's stressful. And I was talking to someone and I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to quit. I want to pause, put on pause, and just like stop for a second. And they were like, "Okay, Rose, you want to quit? Like, what if Jesus would have said that? Like, what if Jesus would have said that when he was walking up to be hung on the cross? Like, I'm just gonna quit." No, he didn't. Like, he pushed through that. You can push through this tiny little battle you're going through because look at what he did. And I was like, okay. And like somebody needs to hear what you have to say. And I think that's something big is that when you're like trying to be perfect and all this stuff and you never achieve like what your original goal was, then somebody's not going to hear what you had to say. And what you had to say might have changed somebody's life. And so like push past all those like fears and be like, okay, I'm trusting what I'm sharing. And so something that I have to say somebody needs. And so I'm not going to focus on all the things that I could be saying. I'm going to focus on the one thing that I feel led to say. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, I love that. Have you heard of the quote that's like, you only fail once you stop or once you quit? Like basically exactly what you're saying. Like if you get back up and keep going, it's a lesson learned. There's no failing. That's not even a thing, you know, and everything. There's another quote that says something like that where there's no failing. There's only lessons learned.
Yeah.
And so I think that's so true. Like only lessons learned. But I mean, I don't know. How can we like deem, I don't know. Like,
right. So I make mistakes, but it's also like I learned through my mistakes.
Yes. But like keep going. And the only reason something's not going to, you know, take off or keep going is because if you stop, then it's for sure not going to happen.
Right.
But if you get back up and keep going.
Like, yes, it might fail, but if you don't start, then it already failed.
Right. Exactly.
It's like, yeah, I think that's really big with like business stuff.
Yes.
A lot of people, I'm like, you guys can do this. And I've been talking to a lot of people and like, well, you're a teenager and you're doing this. Like, can I do this? Yeah. Yeah, I can do it. You can do it. Like, I'm just talking to these people and I'm like, you have to just start because you're never going to be ready. You're never going to be perfect. It's not ever going to be like that. You just got to go and try and fall down and get back up and it's okay. And I was talking to someone the other day about like how the airplane has turbulence. And like when you get into the air, then all of a sudden there's like turbulence for like the first beginning part. And then right before it's about to blow up and succeed and be like, oh, or not blow up. Like once the plane's like supposed to like land, like with your business, once before it gets like big and like the business blows up and like gets huge. Like once you land the plane, like everything's like really good once you land. Like you get to your destination. That sounded really weird. But, like, but you get to your destination. But right before that, there's turbulence. And I think we had that when we were flying into Vegas. Like the turbulence before we landed was crazy. And it's okay. There's gonna be that turbulence, and then you land, and you made it to your destination. That's how it is with our lives. It's actually like bumps, and like when you start, it's like, oh, that's hard. And then when it like getting to where you're supposed to be, there's gonna be hard because things switch with the enemy. The enemy's like saying, like, I'm gonna hold you back, and I'm gonna like put these like obstacles in your way so that you feel like I can't achieve it. And then you're like, I'm going to push past that, and there's the finish line, and there's the destination. That was a really, like, bad example, but...
No, that was great. It's so true. Yes.
Like,
no, I think that's great. I mean, you take off, you...
have a rough time.
Yep. And you keep going, and then you land, and it's nice and smooth, and you got there. You did it. There's actually a couple stories I was thinking of, like, while you were saying that. We had a meeting the other day, and my cousin was like, do you need to be done? Do you need to get off the call? And I was like, no, like, I'm fine.
I'm not leaving. Yeah.
And so we powered through. And once we all came to an agreement and like got this one thing done, we were all like, yay! Like we were so excited because we had just, and it seems like such a small thing, but it was so big at the time.
Yeah.
Like just in that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you like focus on all the bad things. Like we were talking about earlier, you're like, focus on the bad things, then the bad things are just gonna get worse.
Yep,
so
they
like,
just get
focus on the good things.
Yes.
And Trent Shelton talks about this, like when you're writing down what you're grateful for, and you're like talking to God about what you're grateful for, and telling people like I'm so grateful for this and this and this, it's gonna be so hard to be negative. because you're like, look at all the positive.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just constantly pulling out the positive. Or you could write in your journal all the negative things, and guess what? That's going to make you more negative. So in fact, when you get to choose what you want to do, and so like some people will stay in their negative spot, or they're going to grow. And I think it's like choose your hard.
Yes.
Like staying in the negative is going to be really hard. Like it's going to be hard on you and all that stuff, and it's not going to help you. Or writing down what you're grateful for and all that stuff, that's going to be hard in the beginning because you're like, there's a lot of things I'm grateful for. Like it's just going to be hard and all that stuff. But you're like, I came to what I like came here for, like that kind of stuff. Like I'm grateful for all these things because that messed up, but this succeeded. It's like, okay, something succeeded today. Like it's not all the things that messed up. It's about one thing that succeeded.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think it definitely helps reprogram your mind and reframe your mind. It just like brought back just like the negatives and the positives is I was just double checking Newton's third law.
Yes.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? And so I just was like double checking. I'm like pretty sure it's Newton's third law, but I was just want to make sure. Right. So like if there's a negative, there's also going to be a positive. And sometimes they're really hard to pick out or really hard to figure out. And sometimes we actually do need to sit with our emotions of being, you know, and then what we would deem as negative emotions or low vibration emotions in order to process them and get through them and move them through our body. And like, it's actually, there's so much to say on that.
Yeah.
But,
like just feeling the negative and like letting that soak in. But okay, that's how negative feels.
Yes.
Then you can feel the positive. Like, if you never feel what it feels like to be negative, then you're never going to know what it feels like to be positive.
Exactly. So like making sure we're also acknowledging and sitting with those things and processing those things while also reframing our mind to focus on the things that are good. Yeah. I think it's so important. Yeah.
What are like no parts did you want to pull out?
Okay, let's see.
The sun's like, I don't know why the sun does not like me today. I'm sorry.
No, it's like blinded by the light. I know. It's good. It's, like I said, naturally. I love the sun. So.
Yeah, I know you're right. Yeah, it's pretty.
It is. Okay, so because sometimes we say give ourselves grace, but like, what does that mean? Yeah. How can we do that? And so some of the things that I had written down is like we talked about, everyone makes mistakes. It's about getting back up and trying again and learning, just saying like, I'm learning, like we talked about. And then also talking to yourself like a friend. If you wouldn't say it to your friend, then don't say it to yourself. Like, be so nice to yourself.
You are your best friend. Be nice to you.
And you're the person you're with for the rest of your life.
I was literally talking to Jackie about that today.
Yeah, really?
Like, you are the person that you will be with forever.
Yes.
So why are you standing in the mirror and being like, I don't like you? Like,
right.
Okay, that doesn't help you.
Yes, exactly.
Like, if it doesn't help you, then why are you doing it?
Right.
So, like, when I look in the mirror, I was talking to her, I love, like, looking at myself in the mirror. Like, that makes me so happy.
That's awesome.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my best friend. Like, look at her. And, like, thinking about all the things that I've achieved. Like, okay, you've achieved all this stuff, so don't, like, think about the things that you messed up on. Like, okay, you achieved this. And I, like, look at myself, and I'm just proud of her.
Good.
And I think that's super important is, like, being proud of yourself.
Yes. And
not looking at yourself ever and being like, oh, I'm ashamed of you. Like, that, if you get to that point, then it's like, okay, come back to why are you ashamed? Okay, let's fix this. Let's put this back together. Like, put those pieces to be proud of yourself.
Yeah, or even just thinking about it and figuring out a way to be proud. Yeah.
Proud.
I don't know. Like, I think that's one of the most important questions we can ask ourselves is how to be proud of ourselves, or like, are you proud of you?
Yeah.
I think that's so important, especially to my girls. It's like, are you proud of yourself? Like, did you do work that you're proud of? If you did work that you're proud of, or if you're proud of yourself, like then that's good.
Yeah. Because some people aren't going to be proud of you. Like, some people are like, you can have done that better. Like, okay. I'm proud of how I achieved it and like, how it came out and like all that stuff. So like when I started my podcast, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so like scary and all that stuff. And I hit 300 downloads and I was like, oh my goodness. I remember I texted Bowen and I was like, I hit 300 downloads. And he was like, yes. And I was like, that doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm proud of it. And
yes.
He was like, I know, I'm proud of you. And I was like, I'm proud of the fact that that's what I achieved. And so then when I hit 400 downloads this weekend, I was like, it might not be a lot to some people, but it's something that I'm proud of.
Yeah, you should be proud of it.
That's
awesome.
Okay to be proud of things and not to be prideful.
No,
to be proud.
Yes. So I was listening to somebody else this last weekend as well, or last week, and they're talking about how being grateful for even just one follower because of the cumulative effect or the compounding effect of one follower. Like, even if it's one follower a day or one follower a week, like, what's the compounding effect of that? And again, just pointing out, being grateful. Yeah. So I love that. I love that you're like celebrating your wins. I think that's something that is super helpful too is, okay, this is kind of embarrassing. So I went to this real estate conference, and one of their phrases or slogans was celebrate all wins. So, because it's easy to reach a goal and then be like, okay, on to the next. Okay, on to the next. Like, what's the next thing? And especially with perfectionist brains too, you're like, okay, more and more and more. I got to push. But when you get to that milestone, which is like you just did, so props to you, they say celebrate all wins. And so in short, it was CAW. So I made this thing. It's ridiculous. But I was like, caw. And so like when I do that, it's like a celebration.
That is such a fun way to put that. Yes, I love that.
So now when you hear a crow going,
I can't think about that. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes.
Celebrate your wins.
Yes, I love that. I think I like that.
It was silly and fun.
Yes.
Okay, so that's actually the next one I was going to go into was celebrating and progress over perfection. Focus on the steps you've taken, not just the outcome. And like the things that you've done, being proud of yourself for the things that you have done and the lessons that you have learned and implemented.
Yes, for sure.
And I think we already touched on this too, like giving yourself downtime, those mental health days. I think it's so, because perfection can lead to burnout if you're trying to get to a certain, I think a lot of things can lead to burnout.
Yeah, for sure.
But making sure you're tuning in with yourself and your body.
Why am I feeling like this?
Yes.
Because we're all going to have like different feelings.
Exactly.
That's like, why am I feeling like this? And nobody else can answer that for you. It's like, okay, I'm really like sad, I'm really tired, I'm really angry. Like, why? Like finding that root cause, maybe not so you can like fully stop it, but you can like change it or tweak it, because like, or like work. Like sometimes work can really stress people out. It's like, okay, why is it stressing you out? Is it because you get distracted really easily and then you're like scrolling on your phone and like, oh my gosh, I didn't accomplish what I need to and now I'm stressed out. Okay, let's put the phone down. Okay, there's things that you can change so that you're not stressed out or you're not angry, or you're not sad.
Yeah.
And there's always like a way to fix it, and you have to be willing to, though. Like, are you going to just stay in your same, like, cause it's like choose your heart.
Yeah.
It's hard to implement something, it's hard to change, but it's hard to stay the same.
Yes.
And so it's like, choose which one you want, and that's like nobody else can choose that for you.
I recently, it's like you have to, where you are has to be so painful for you to want something else. Like it has to be too painful for you to stay in that position. So that's what like initiates the change.
For sure.
So that's super interesting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Another one that I think is good is to observe yourself and allow mistakes and not be super judgmental.
Yes.
And like, I think we talked about a little bit about that too. Like, allowing mistakes and not feeling the shame. What can I learn from this? Yeah. And being just like what we're talking about, being present, checking in with yourself, feeling how you're feeling, taking deep breaths, doing the box breathing. I love.
Yes, I love that.
Another thing that I love, like if you're feeling imperfect, which everyone is, and we should be proud of those imperfections.
Absolutely.
But if you're feeling a certain way, one of the things I love to do, like in the check-in, is to, okay, where are you feeling it? Because sometimes we don't know what the feeling is. Yeah. So you like check in with your body. Where is it? What color would it be? What does it look like? Is it like flames? Is it like this big black scribble ball? Is it like, what shape is it? What does it look like? And sometimes sitting with it that way helps to process it.
I would love like the, what's that movie called? It has like the emotions.
Inside Out?
Inside Out.
Is that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Inside Out 2 was like.
I love that movie.
Really just like broke down a bunch of different things. And it was like, this is how like the human is. And we're going to have all these different emotions, but it's like how we control them. Like that kind of stuff. Yeah,
what we do with them and what we allow them to do, and like how we set boundaries with ourselves. And like
boundaries with yourself is big.
Yeah. Because, and making and keeping promises to yourself. Like so many things.
Yes. Because like yourself is the person that you're gonna be stuck with forever.
Yeah.
So be kind to that person and like build that person up.
Yes.
And, like keep working on it. I have Oliver Whitefield. He is like the teenage like house flipper. So like he does all stuff with Bill Allen. and he and I had a podcast the other day, and he was just like, don't be so like hard on yourself to where like you just like knock yourself down. Like, there's enough people that's already going to do that for you.
Yeah, that's true.
And he goes, so don't do that to yourself. He was talking to me about that the other day. So don't be mean to yourself and don't knock yourself down. Because there's going to be people out there who's going to do that to you and for you. So don't worry about doing that for you. Like, build yourself up because you deserve that to build yourself up. That kind of thing.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how the vacuum's going.
I know.
The lighting, the vacuum. It's great. It's okay.
Well, that's funny.
It's our imperfect podcast.
Yeah. I love that. It's true.
It's like literally.
Yes. And just embracing the imperfections and doing it anyway. And it's okay. Mm-hmm. Because it's about the message and like the conversation. And
Russell told me yesterday that he filmed his first 500 podcasts on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. And he's like, so you're doing good.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sometimes he still does.
Right. Just in case you just, I mean, you might as well sometimes.
It's a good microphone.
It does.
Yeah.
Might as well. I mean, if it's just audio, you can just sit here and talk to it.
Right.
Fine.
Exactly.
Don't even have a whole setup.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. So I love that.
Yeah. Like growing where you are, especially, like we're all at different stages in life, and like being okay with your stage of life. Because you can grow. You can either grow or you can just stay the same. And I'm like, okay. It's like where I'm at, I'm like, I want to grow. And maybe someday, like, actually have a podcast studio and, like, have a whole bunch of guests and, like, all that kind of stuff. Like, but I'm where I'm at right now. And so I can, like, dream of that. But here's where I'm at right now. And here's what I'm going to, like, work on.
Yeah.
And so, that's my big goal. But I have, like, little goals before that.
Yes.
It's like, I'm going to hit. So when I hit 500 downloads, I told my mom this the other day, I want to get, like, a cupcake. I don't even like cupcakes. We're going to do this. I'm going to get a cupcake. And so I can, like, do, like, 500 on it. And then, like, do, like, a photo shoot with my cupcake. Because I love photo shoots. Like, photo shoots are my thing.
That's fun.
And I was like, even if I don't even eat the cupcake, like, I'll give it to Carson.
What dessert do you like? I mean, cherry pie.
Right?
Pumpkin pie. You can do it with a pumpkin pie with whipped cream.
That'd be so funny.
I'm like,
listen to this episode. It comes after this. That'd be so funny. That's funny, yes.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know. Desserts are not totally my thing. I don't know.
What do you like? What's your favorite thing? Like, what's your favorite snack? This is like totally random, but
freeze-dried strawberries.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Best friend and I, the other day we were sitting on a campfire and we had like this church camp thing, and they were like, "What is your favorite? Like, what's your name of your favorite food?" And I like looked at her and I was like, "What's my favorite food?" She's like, "Freeze-dried strawberries." I was like, "That's actually so true. That is my favorite." She's like, "You eat it like all the time," and I'm like, "I do. I'm glad you paid attention." And it's like. Freeze-dried strawberries. What about you?
Like favorite snack?
Yeah, like
I don't know. I'm a total sweet tooth person. So
yes.
My most recent one, I'm a foodie also. So like if it's good, I will eat it. Like and I like it.
Me too.
But I love fruit, watermelon.
Yes.
And I love chocolate dipped pretzels. Like that's.
Do you like white chocolate or like the dark chocolate?
Dark.
Okay,
yeah. But yeah. So
that's awesome. Yeah, food's a key part of life. You know,
yes,
you gotta feed yourself.
Enjoy it too.
You gotta take care of yourself
for sure. So okay, to recap, I think
yes, we went on so many different rabbit trails. So it's okay.
I think like my ending note here is you're not called to be perfect. You're called to grow, trust, and keep going.
Yes,
and focus on what you're good at and what you're strong at.
Yes.
And because there's so many good things and so many positives.
Yes, focus on the journey, not the outcome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because the outcome is going to change.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love it. Thank you for having me today.
Is there anything else you want to add on to there? Or is that
I don't know. I think
is that good? Yeah. Hey, if you ever want to do another episode.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can like do it on like Zoom area.
Yeah, we should do that.
It's awesome.
That'd be great.
Thank you guys for watching. And thank you so much for being on here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and come back for the next episode. Bye.